Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here today, being a part of this speech that I'm bringing to you today. I hope through my efforts that you will maybe see youth football in a different light. Now, the football helmet is something that a football player wears that is protective, and the whole point of the football helmet is to absorb impact. The reason that's important is because there's been a decline in the United States in the sport of youth football. Youth football has seen a huge decline because of its actual brother, professional football. So professional and college football has seen a huge rise in concussions and injuries that are sustained through playing of the game. The NFL is the National Football League. That is where professional men play the sport to win the game, and through that they are hurt. Sometimes they take blows to the head. Where with that we've seen the rise of a thing called CTE. What is CTE? CTE is actually a brain disease that's caused from multiple hits to the head. The better way to put that, a concussion. So CTE is caused from concussion, and a lot of people are hearing about this, so a lot of parents are becoming more and more concerned for their children to play this sport that is so loved and so loved in America. And so hopefully today, through the research that I've done and the statistics that I hopefully can bring to you today, you will see that youth football in America is not only safe, but it's something that you should let your kids play as well. The first thing to really note is USAFootball.com has a certification course that you have to take to either be a coach or to train in youth football. So the big reason why this is important is because each coach has to go through a rigorous amount of different courses that stem from heat exhaustion, how to train your football players, how to administer, if there's any heart issues, if there's any cardiac arrest, how to administer different things, but even more, how to spot and sign concussions. So in youth football alone, it's very different than the NFL because of the rate of speed that players are playing. The rate of speed of a child compared to a full-grown man is very different. And so you're going to see less blows that are at the impact, especially with the new equipment that we're seeing. And so with that, the certification process allows us to, if a player is hurt and if a player is showing signs of concussion, how to accurately and quickly respond to those concussion symptoms. And the truth is that the big thing that is taught throughout this is if in doubt, sit them out. So with that, we're going through a test, and you have to pass that test to be able to be certified to coach youth football. Why is this important? Because I have to know when a child is showing any symptoms of concussion, when they're showing any symptoms of head trauma, that if I'm even wondering should they be playing, I have to take them out. In the NFL, you're dealing with men who don't want to go out because their paychecks depend on it or winning the game depends on it. But for me as an adult dealing with children, it is important that I know that they have a future in front of them, and that with that, I need to be protecting them in that way. So the truth is that football in America, yes, it is on the decline, but it can really bring itself up if we see that this is something that needs to happen in a sense of children need to be able to play the game. We come to a place in our culture where obesity is a big thing, and we don't see it the same way that we see football. We care more about football and the concussions that can happen than the rate of a child being obese. The rate of a child being obese is actually a huge number that outweighs what football has in the sense of concussions and other health effects. So what am I saying? I'm saying this. If we're going to want our kids to not be obese, and we need to start paying attention to the obesity rate in America, wouldn't football be something that could help them in this? Wouldn't exercise be something that could help them in this to be able to fight the obesity outrage? To me, I would say yes. I would say that that's very important. And even more, I would say that on top of that, the risk of them getting hurt in football is much less than them being obese. So with all these different things, what I want you to take away with you today is this, is that obesity in America, yes, It has nothing to do with football. I get that. But it has everything to do with the culture and the kids that are living in the United States, just as much as football in America does too. But we care very much about adults who are playing a game that they're getting paid to do at a different rate than we do about adults who have put themselves in this since they were children in obesity. So what am I saying? I'm saying let's let the kids play. Let the kids play, because not only are they safe, but they're going to be able to exercise, they're going to be able to learn how to be a team, how to fight for themselves, and even more, how to have fun. So thank you. I appreciate your time today as I bring you this speech, and I hope that you will rethink your position on youth football in America.